So what I'd like to do now is invite a couple of people to the front of the room. We had Yspan became available in Australia for the first time in September, and we had very limited amounts of it. And so we've had some of us in the room have been fortunate enough to be actually taking this product for the last few months, and we've had some quite extraordinary testimonials. So if I could invite Heidi to come and share, that would be great. So everybody's reaction to this product is going to be different because all of us have different conditions and inflammation happening in different places. So yeah, just everyone's experience will be slightly different, but Heidi, yours has been quite extraordinary. So thank you.
Hi everyone, can everyone hear me okay? Cool. Closer. My name's Heidi. I have got a little bit of a story, so I'll try to keep it short because it's a long story. About 6 years ago, on the 4th of December 2009, my world stopped. I woke up in the middle of the night having a heart attack at the age of 32, and that was the first of about 15 heart attacks that I had for the next 2 weeks in hospital, while they were trying to work out what the hell was going on with me because I didn't fit any category or any box. Now, after 2 weeks and substantial damage done to my heart, only half of my heart was still functioning at this stage, they realised just in time that I had a very rare disorder where the arteries in my heart, or all of my body, but predominantly my heart, are really, really soft, so they just tear open. So they needed an emergency double bypass to save my life, and as I said, straight through, skin on my teeth. But I'm still here, so I showed them. And the drama with that is that there is no cure for it. So the arteries in my heart, the arteries in my whole body, in my brain, my whole body are super duper soft. So there's aneurysms in my heart and all sorts of things going on. And the reason why that stopped my life is because I had two very small boys at the time, 5 and 2, and their mum was no longer the same as she was. That was the end of me dancing with them, the end of me walking them to school, walking to the classroom because the school was on a hill, and so my little preppy, who was 5 at the time, I couldn't get to his classroom without it being a big rigmarole. So that's just a couple of examples. I couldn't take them fishing because I don't like it anyway, but even if I wanted to, if there was any slight walk, bushwalk, hill, incline of any description, Mum couldn't come. So, but that was my life and nothing was about to fix it. The doctors said, take lots of blood thinners, make sure you don't give your heart any reason to stress out. With 2 kids, that was fun. And basically, let's just bide our time until eventually, if the rest of your body will cope with it, you'll eventually need a heart transplant, and if you don't make it, sorry love, we don't know what else we can do. Eventually my heart was just going to stop, give up, and tear apart. So that was a pretty sucky outlook as far as I was concerned. Now, I'd been taking the nutritional supplements from Yspan, and I was feeling really good on those. And so when I was shown Yspan, I was excited about the idea because listed amongst the benefits, it jumped out at me in neon lights, is that it can help with blood vessel elasticity. Now, nothing had been able to do that, so I thought it's worth a try. I didn't really expect it to do much, but I thought it was worth a try. Well, after a couple of weeks, my family noticed differences in me. My mum, who's in the room, so I'm not looking at her, was saying, you know, Heidi, I think you're a bit better. You just walked up that slight, very slight incline, and you didn't need to pause. You just walked 2 blocks on a straight, and you didn't have to pause to let the blood catch up with your hands and feet. You didn't stop. And I thought, yeah, whatever, Mum, I think she's, looking at silver linings here. Well, about 8 weeks in, Mum and Dad had an anniversary party, and that was really an eye-opener for me because I danced for about 4 hours And everyone, my family were coming up to me saying, Heidi, pace yourself, sit down, you don't want to lose it. Well, I didn't lose it. I danced all night, not very well, but I enjoyed myself. And then the next day I expected to hit a wall, as I call it, when I overdo it and I push because I'm stubborn and I don't like to admit that I can't do something. But the next morning came and I was good. And I've stayed good. My kids started school a couple of weeks ago and I walked them to their classroom. I met their teachers. The kids were so happy. They were introducing me to all of their friends because I hadn't been able to do that when school finished last year. And once again, I didn't actually really twig what was happening until I walked back up the hill to the car, and I got to the car and I was like, whoa, what just happened? And that's when it really hit me. My life changed in 2009, and it changed again for the better. Now, I have my life back, and so nothing will ever stop me from being in Yspan. I would stop eating if it meant I had to afford to stay on Yspan. It's changed my life. And a little byproduct of that, my little sister had a heart attack 6 months ago. She's also in the room, and I'm not going to look at her either. And she has the same rare heart condition that I do. And after Mum and Dad's anniversary party, when I was feeling good, she was feeling crap. And she has now seen the light, finally, and she has been taking Yspan. Her scan score has increased 30,000 in the last month that she has been taking these products, and she's already feeling a huge benefit. So we are family fans of Yspan.